Shalom, Most High in Christ bless. I'm Jaslyn, and today we'll be discussing gossiping and murmuring. So let's get right into it. I think we all know of our foremother Miriam. She was the sister of our forefathers Moses and Aaron. She spoke against Moses with Aaron, so she was gossiping and murmuring behind Moses' back, like, who does he think he is? And the Most High judged her for that. He cursed her with leprosy for 7 days when she was unclean. If you do not know of that history, you'll read about that in the book of Numbers, chapter 12. Just read the whole chapter and you should be good to go on that history, okay? Now let's talk about the definition. The definition of gossip and murmuring. The definition of gossip is a rumor or report of a personal nature. So you may hear or see something, but it has nothing to do with you, and you're on the phone, or you're with your friend, and you're like, sis, guess what I just heard? This, and that. That's gossiping, okay? The definition of murmuring is a half-suppressed or muttered complaint. So someone may tell you to do something, and you're like, why I gotta do it? Why could you tell me to do it? This isn't that, right? But you're not telling it to that person. You're just complaining about it, right? That's murmuring. And don't think just because I thought it and I didn't say it, I'm not murmuring. You are murmuring. You can think a murmur, okay? So if someone says do something, you're like, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, okay. But your mind's like, why they gotta tell me to do it? Why can't they do it themselves? You're murmuring, okay? So let's talk about the outcome. What happens? What can happen? What do you see when someone gossips or murmurs? They just ruin their name. They sully their name. They destroy their reputation. They're damaging the trust people have with them. They're damaging the respect people have for them. They could damage their household's name. They could even damage the leadership's name. So watch what you say. Think about what you say before you say it, okay? Matthew chapter 12, verse 36 already tells us that every idle word we say, we will be judged for. So think about that next time you're just gossiping or murmuring, okay? Think about that, okay? So let's talk about the three mains that will keep you from gossip and murmur. Number one would be idle time. We all know idle time leads to sin. We all know that. Don't have idle time. Be productive in this truth. Have something to do, grow, build. Okay? Don't have the time to sit up and talk about something you have no business talking about. Okay? Number two would be friends. Your friends can have you in some gossip and murmur, or you could be that friend having your friends in gossip and murmur. Okay? Leviticus 5:1 tells us if we see sin and we say nothing of it, we will pay, we'll be judged, just like the sinner because we sinned in not saying anything. Okay, so say something. Don't just sit there and watch your friend murmur and gossip. That's wrong. And don't be that friend that just murmurs and gossip. Number three would be lack of faith and fear. Okay, so we can read Numbers chapter 12 all we want. But if we have no faith in what we're reading, we're just going to read it like it's a novel, okay? Don't do that. Have faith in what you're reading. Build your spirit up. Bishop always says study, pray, and apply, okay? Build your spirit up. Have faith in what you're reading. Then your faith can grow your fear for the Most High. Because when you have fear for the Most High, you'll know, okay, I'm going to keep His commandments because He's going to judge me for that. Because you have faith in what you're reading, okay? So I'm going to pass it on to my sis Anaya. Lord's will, she can show you examples in the Bible of how the Most High does not like and how He will judge you for gossip and murmur.
Shalom, you guys. My name is Sister Naya, and in this part of the video, we're going to be talking about how gossiping and murmuring can affect your life, others, and how you can change your ways. So if you need some tips on this topic, continue. Gossiping has been known to make others feel insecure, depressed. It can ruin that person's self-esteem. It has also been known to ruin friendships. So we always want to be careful with what comes out of our mouth because we don't know how it can affect the other person. If you look back on our foremother Miriam, you can see that God cursed her for speaking against Moses and his wife. I'm going to read you guys a scripture. Proverbs 6 and verse 19 says, "A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren." If you read in Proverbs 6 and verse 16, God says that 6 He hates and 7 are abomination. So now that we have talked about how gossiping and murmuring can affect you and others, now we're going to talk about possible ways for you to come back from that. First, you want to recognize that you are wrong for gossiping or murmuring. Then you want to ask that person to forgive you. Once you've done that, pray to God and ask for forgiveness. and ask him to take that spirit off, you always want to check your friend group and see if they're correcting or condoning what you have done. And depending on which one they are doing, that would possibly mean you need to find righteous friends that fear God. If you find that your friends are not trying to get on the same level of being more involved in the body, that's a problem. You need to have people around you who want to better themselves so that their righteous ways can rub off on you, and vice versa. You want to have a friend that's not afraid to correct you when you're in the wrong, because we don't want to be around a bunch of yes men. I'm going to read you guys a quote that I came across. The quote says, "Surround yourself with people that talk about visions and ideas, not other people." We always want to be around people who have visions for the body. So like, I want to do this for the body, or I want to do that, or I want to do this, so the brothers are able to go and teach our people. We don't want to be around people who take pleasure in talking about others, because that says something else about us. You find yourself always wanting to give your opinion. Ask yourself this. T, is it true? H, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? K, is it kind? All those words spell the word think. Think about the words you're about to say, and think if they're going to hurt somebody or if they're going to build that person up. Last thing a young daughter of Sarah should be trying to do is bring her sister down. We want to uplift our sisters, and one way we can do that is by not gossiping or murmuring. Like I said earlier, God hates a gossiper and a murmurer. Alright, you guys, that's all we have for today. I pray that you guys were able to learn something from me, and if you like this video, I'm sure we have tons of more that you will love. Shalom.
Oh, but first behold in your